Okay, everybody, we're looking at number 20. This is a distance equals rate times time problem, right? Or some of you write D equals S times T. It says a freight train traveling to the repair yard and back. So automatically you know what's happening. So you got like a freight train. He's going to the repair yard, and then he's heading back here. Okay. It took 3 hours less. It took 3 hours less time to get there than it did to get back. Okay. The average speed on the trip there was 20 miles an hour. Okay. So each one of these lines gets D equals RT. D. Okay. And we just fill in what we know, right? The average speed there. So this is there. This is back. Okay. So they there took 20 miles per hour. Cool. The average speed on the way back was what? 16. Okay. So the question is, how many hours did the trip there take? So there is what I'm trying to find is X here. Okay. And now I need to find the time here. But if you look here, this is where it gets tricky. It took 3 hours less time to get there than it did to get back. Okay, so let's just now 3 hours less to get there, right? There than it did to get back. So let's just put some, if you get confused by this, because this is easy to get confused, let's just say you know the time. Let's just say the time was 5 here. So if it takes 3 hours less to get there than it does to get back, so you know that this t is either going to be 3 more than 5 or 3 less than 5. So which one is it going to be, 3 more or less? Let's just say you think it's more, right? So does this make sense? It took 3 hours less to get there than it did to get back. Is this 3 hours less than, is this one 3 hours less than this one? Yeah, right? So let's just say you didn't pick 8, you picked 2, right? Does this take 3 hours less to get there than it does to get back? That doesn't make any sense, right? So you could just put numbers in and then think about it, okay? So clearly, what does that mean? In other words, if this is, whatever time this is what? 3 more than it, right? So this was X, so this is 3 more than X. So then you just set up the equation. You can say 20X. Because the trip there and back are the same, you can set them equal to each other. The distances are equal. So you can say equals 16 times the quantity X plus 3. So then you would say 20X equals 16X plus, that's 48, 16 times 3. We subtract 16X from both sides. So you get 4X equals 48, divided by 4. X is 12, which I believe is the answer over here. Some people, by the way, might have set this up differently. You could have, if you wanted to, you could have said, done the same thing, call this 20, call this 16 here. And then, if you call this X here, then this one is X minus 3, right? You could have also done this, but then you have to do something else at the end. So you could also solve this one out if you wanted to. So you get 20 times X minus 3 equals 16X. So 20X minus 60 equals 16X minus, just minus 20X to both sides. So you get negative 60 equals, that's going to be, what is it, negative 4X. So X is 15 when you divide by negative 4. So you could say here, well, I got a different answer. X is 15. Well, no, remember, X represents the trip back. But the trip, I want, how many hours did the trip there take? So that is 15 minus 3, right? Because we got 15, right? Which is going to be 12 again. Okay, so you have to remember what you're finding in the problem.